New Found Glory formed in Coral Springs, Florida in 1997, and in the last 12 years they've released 7 full-length records, and really things are just kind of getting really super cool and exciting for them. In the last couple of years they've left their longtime major label home of Geffen Records. They released a split EP with their alter egos, the International Superheroes of Hardcore, on legendary punk label Bridge 9 Records. Then it included them covering Shelter and Gorilla Biscuits and Lifetime and Totally Ruled. And then they recorded their newest full-length record without any label backing. Finally found a home for it with Brett Gurewitz's legendary Epitaph Records, and recently released Not Without a Fight, easily their best record in the last little while. Total return to form, fast, awesome, catchy pop punk. And it came with all this like awesome webisode stuff with them fighting, a whole fight theme and lots of fighting. So in the spirit of that, we're going to ask them a bunch of questions about fighting because we're just that obvious. Who would win in a fight, New Found Glory or the International Superheroes of Hardcore?
ISHC for sure.
For sure, they have superpowers. We're just civilians. New Found Glory, we're just civilians. You know?
You don't think that just like, you know, your passion, you know, could defeat those superheroes?
Not against superhero.
Shelter versus Gorilla Biscuits.
I think Gorilla Biscuits would kick their ass. They're from New York. Shelter would probably like sit there and then pray and they wouldn't fight. They wouldn't want to hurt anybody and shed blood.
I would say Gorilla Biscuits too, because of Civ and Mark Hayworth.
Shelter, you know, they would get their ass kicked.
That's fair. What about
Gorilla Biscuits has more friends. It's all about who has more friends.
Let's talk some of the openers on this tour. Who would win in a fight between Bayside and Set Your Goals?
I think Set Your Goals, they have more people.
Yeah, they have more people. And Bayside, they're like the smallest band. They're like midgets.
Really?
Yeah, they're small.
I'm going to go hang out with Bayside and feel really tall.
Yeah, they're short.
Fuck those guys. Brett Gurewitz versus David Geffen.
Dude, Brett Gurewitz would kick his ass.
Sure. Okay, that's what I figured. I just, you know, maybe.
Yeah, fuck David Geffen.
It's not even David Geffen. It's, what's his name?
Oh, you're talking about,
He's bigger than a cat. The cat's bigger than a shit.
fucking,
What the fuck are you doing? I don't know.
The guy that fucking works for Interscope with all the fucking rap guys. Jimmy Iovine.
Put a pretty girl on the front page of your MySpace page, and they'll play your song.
Edit. Okay, do Brett Gurewitz versus Jimmy Iovine.
What about Brett Gurewitz versus Jimmy Iovine?
Yeah, Brett Gurewitz would kick his ass. Jimmy
Brett Gurewitz for sure.
Okay. Would you mind doing a Jimmy Iovine impression from me right now? All of the members of New Found Glory that aren't here right now, what about Chad versus Jordan versus Cyrus?
Chad, I think Chad would win.
Yeah. Chad would beat up everybody in this band.
Even you guys? Because you both seem very strong.
Yeah, he beat us up.
What about you guys versus each other?
We would never fight, dude. We're bros.
Oh. But what do you think? Who would win?
I don't know. I think it would be a draw. You both seem very strong. You both have great beards.
I would let him win. I wouldn't want to hit him.
You're a good friend. I don't think he would hit you though. He seems like a good friend too. No, I'm good. Thank you.
Now that we're thinking of movies, I'm thinking of the Fast Times in Ridgemont High, the Phoebe Cates pool scene.
Yeah.
It's awesome.